The Hattrick Masters ended over 2 months ago, and now it's finally the time to review the Season 76 campaign, champion, and most interesting matches. Hey guys, it's Mish, and I meant to do this video earlier, but other stuff got in the way, and also I was sick for over a week now, and I'm just recovering, so this video might not be as energetic as always. But with the new season already underway and the next Masters campaign starting in 3 weeks, it's about time to review the last seasons. I had a very nice Hattrick Masters run and I reached the quarter-final, but I fell a little bit short and I wanted to emphasize in this video what it actually takes to win the Hattrick Masters. Black Sabbath is a very strong team and I guess it was among the top contenders of last season, but it wasn't the only strong team. And with so many strong contenders, it basically goes down to luck. And luck, I mean, having nice draws and not facing too many strong teams one after the other, with not getting cards in the match or getting some injuries. And of course, luck in the match. So sometimes you need a little bit of a nice push from the match engine in close matches, or sometimes if you are an underdog. So in each round I want to show you my match really quickly and also show you other interesting and important matches in this Hattrick Masters. So let's start. In round number 1 I faced a very strong team from Cuba, and he decided to play mods against me as he's playing in a small country and he can allow himself to do such things. Despite that, I managed to secure a very comfortable victory. But now let's speak about other very important and interesting matches from round number 1. One of the strongest long shot teams in the world, Nicharna, won, and they won this season's Supporter Cup trophy, and they're the team from China. They faced Los Serenos, a super strong team from Benin who reached the final stages of the Hattrick Masters of the previous season. And here Los Serenos managed to win the midfield, to produce very strong center attack, and still it was a close match and they lost to the long shot team. Another example for having an unlucky draw is this match. Gretna was the last season Hattrick Masters champions and they played against a strong opponent, Lucky Star. This is the second time in a row those teams face each other in round number 1. And having an easier draw, both might have went to the next round. But here Lucky Star drawing Gretna again. The match was pretty equal, but Gretna winning once again. And here a team from Belarus, Minsk Jigits. They are facing a former Hattrick Masters winner, Mahatma Memorial, and Minsk having a big advantage in the ratings, and despite this still losing this match because of being a little bit randomized by the match engine. In round number 2 I faced a fairly new team from Curacao and they decided to play a counterattack against me. I managed to win this game due to a special event goal. In other interesting matches, Bavaria, a 3 time in a row cup holder from Germany, lost this game while having a big advantage in the ratings. The last season's Masters champion, Gretna, this time losing to a cup holder from Sweden. The Swedish team winning defense attack ratings but losing the midfield, so it was a fairly equal match, but they managed to kick out the champions. And this was a crazy game. Team Jeezy from Spain against Cristiano Ronaldo from Iran. We could see the Team Jeezy winning midfield and both teams having massive attacks with almost no defense. But the big thing here is at minute 80, Team Jeezy were winning 3-0. 3-0 plus having big midfield advantage, and their attack could score any goal. And with having a 3-0 lead, Cristiano Ronaldo somehow managed to equalize, drag this game to overtime, and even win the overtime while losing midfield. In round 3 I'm facing Belokozli, a strong team from the Czech Republic. He decided to play 5-5-0 pressing against me and try to drag this game to overtime. Fortunately, I managed to score twice and proceed to the next round. In other games of interest, we have Pretorianer, a strong team from the Czech Republic who faced TSV Granau. The midfield was dead equal, but Pretorianer winning the defense-attack ratios, although luck wasn't on their side and they're losing this game 2-3. Viajapura Vipers, one of the strongest contenders in this Hattrick Masters campaign, played against another very strong team, NK Grizzly. The Grizzly decided to play a 4-5-1 here with one-sided attack to try and surprise somehow the Vipers, but it wasn't enough. And in the last match I want to show you, we have Kai's Army, who managed to win with some help of the match engine against Brotachi. That's the first team of a famous manager, Mariuska, who still has his second team playing in this stage of the Hattrick Masters. Kai's Army losing midfield, losing defense attack ratios, and still winning this game 3-1. In round number 4, I played against Kai's Army, and despite having big rating advantage all over the field, I fell into an early deficit and also suffered 2 injuries, but luckily until the end of the game I made a deserved comeback. In another interesting match, we have Luton Swan, the very strong longshot team, having midfield advantage and nice defense against Melbourne. And usually this is enough for a longshot team to win, but here Melbourne somehow managed to win this 2-1. In another huge class, the biggest match of the round, we have Viajapura Vipers playing against Arsenal Cessped, one of the strongest teams in the recent seasons in Hattrick Masters. So this is another very tough draw for the Vipers. The ratings were quite equal. The Vipers had a slight advantage and they managed to secure a very important victory for them to advance to the next round. And I have 3 big contenders whom I haven't spoken up until now. It's Broskio, the second team of Mariuska, Dundee de Tasmania of the famous manager from Spain, Ercanto, and also Caesarspor of the very strong manager Caesar. And I haven't mentioned them because their matches weren't that important, or they had very big advantage in the ratings and they were strong enough to secure good leads, or they just had very lucky and easier draws. So just an example for their matches in round number 4, Broskiot winning 3-2 against Wormhole, Dundee de Tasmania destroying the Malaysian Tigers, and Caesarspor winning big against Bonga, Bangladesh. In round number 5, I faced Viajapura Vipers. It was a very difficult match for me, but for him, it was the 3rd tough draw in a row, and he decided to throw everything at me, including the kitchen sink. He played mods and had better ratings for this match. On top of that, I suffered another 2 major injuries during this match, so my rating dropped significantly, and he was a clear favorite to win this match. But the match engine interfered and gave me the victory in this match, 3-2, and the replays were 25-75. So first time in a lot of seasons now that I was completely outclassed and very lucky to win this match. In other big matches, we have Melbourne playing against TSV Granau, Melbourne having slight midfield advantage and the defense attack ratings favoring a little bit TSV. This match could have went either way, by TSV winning another close encounter. And another big match, Kaj Macares against the Outfits having better midfield, slightly better defense attack ratings, but they are losing this match 4-2. And again, the 3 big favorites, Broskut, Dundee, and Caesarspor, securing quite comfortable victories to advance to the quarters. After being very lucky in the previous match, the tables had turned in the quarterfinals. I played against TSV and had big advantage both in the midfield and defense attack ratings. And despite having a lead, I suffered a 5th injury and he dragged me to the penalties, which I lost. In other matches in the quarterfinals, Broskut faced Caesarspor in a clash of the titles. Broskut, a 2 times Hattrick Masters champions, won midfield but lost defense attack ratings. The game were pretty much equal, but Caesarspor won this 4-2. Guerres completely outclassed Solmar and scored a deserved victory, and Kaj played against Dundee, and here Dundee played a quite weaker midfield than usual, and Kaj also produced very strong attack ratings, eventually winning this game 3-2. In the semi-finals, TSV faced Guerres, and after TSV motzed their match in the quarters against me, here they resolved to play a counter-attack, which was quite strong, but it's always a double-edged sword, and it wasn't enough in this match, while Guerres secured a big, although exaggerated, 3-0 victory. In the other semi-final match, we almost had a big upset. The big favorite Caesar played against Kaj, and Caesar had midfield advantage and defense attack advantage. And all the ratings went their way, but somehow Kaj were able to hold a lead up until the 82nd minute, and where it was almost seemed that a big upset will occur, Caesarspor managed to score twice and reach their final. The final match between Caesarspor and Guerres was crazy, and I was very happy to stream it live, and the final rating and result does not tell the whole story. If you go to the beginning of the game, we will see that Caesarspor were a massive favorite both in midfield and defense attack ratings, and although Guerres had a fairly nice man marking, it did not turn the tide. Then Caesarspor received a red card, and despite the red card, they still won midfield and had nice defense attack ratings. From here, they went for a 4-0 lead, and when everything seemed lost because Caesarspor, the big favorite, is already leading 4-0, Guerres started their comeback. They scored twice, and with the biggest stamina, until the minute 80, they started to win midfield and win defense attack ratings. And as the game progressed, their advantage grew, but the chances did not come. And eventually, despite having a big advantage in the last 15-10 minutes, Caesarspor won this Hattrick Masters final and lifted a big trophy. This concludes the review of the 76th season of the Hattrick Masters, and big thanks for Nicharna for his wonderful reviews and summaries of the Masters in the global thread. And Nick will be playing in next season Hattrick Masters with his third team, the Pamplona Pilgrims, after winning the San Marino Cup, so good luck, Nick. And now it's your turn. What do you think it takes to win the Hattrick Masters? Please share your thoughts in the comment section, because I really love hearing this. Obviously, it's building a very strong team, knowing the tactical aspects of the game, reaching the Hattrick Masters, but from there, it's a little bit of luck, having good form, good results, to have nice team spirit and team confidence, not to get injuries or red cards, and obviously a slight push from the match engine in the right moments. Thank you all for watching this video, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and many more. As I always say, Hattrick, it's more than a game, it's a community, and I'll see you in the next Hattrick Masters campaign.